Back again. Just picking up basically where I left off yesterday. Finishing up this piece. Back to streaming late at night as usual. Hi, Dad. I don't have any kids that I know of. Am early today? Yeah, I just started. Just turned it on, so. Although I mean, this progress was from yesterday's stream, but hello, Starshine. That's funny. Yeah, definitely don't have any kids that I know of, at least. Hi from California. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? How's it going? Thanks for joining. I'm just chilling, painting, finishing up this painting from yesterday. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but we'll see how it goes. I love watching your art progress. Thank you. This is so cool. I love it. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. I'm loving your painting. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you guys had a good Tuesday. It was nice up here. It was like 70 degrees. Hi from China. Hey, what's up? Where are you? I'm in Providence, Rhode Island. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, it's hi from Peru. Your stream always so chill. It feels good. Thank you. Yeah, it's just a chill, relax at the end of the day kind of thing. What sketchbook am I using? Strathmore, Tone Tan, Mixed Media. And it's the 8.5 by 11 size. So it's a pretty decent size. Am I using watercolors? No, this is acrylic gouache. Turner's acrylic gouache. How do you get it so vibrant? This paint is pretty vibrant and and of itself. Like it has like a vibrant matte look to it. So the vibrancy isn't too hard to achieve. The tricky part is trying to get like smooth transitions and blending because it dries pretty quickly. But the vibrancy it comes pretty naturally. Acrylic, cool, thank you. It reminds me of gouache paint. It is gouache. Oh well, it's acrylic gouache. It's this stuff. Acrylic gouache. So it's gouache, but it has an acrylic base. It's basically just matte acrylic paint. So that's what makes it resemble gouache, because it's like it has a matte look to it. Well, I didn't know they had that. I'm gonna change my paint. Yeah, it depends. If you like to layer more, then you probably would like acrylic gouache, because it doesn't. Once it dries, it doesn't reactivate. So. Amazing, thank you. Wow, I didn't know you could have mixed textures. Yeah, the texture, you can achieve different textures based on the opacity of the paint that you put down, based on the brush strokes you put down. And that's kind of the two main reasons that I use, at least. Where do you find references from? This is just, well, this reference here is this was my drawing that I just colored in Procreate to get like a mock-up of the colors I wanted to use. But the references are just like movie screenshots and stuff, and like just from Pinterest or Google, basically different Matrix scenes and stuff. But the main reference I'm using, this is a drawing I did, and then I did this drawing and then scanned it so that I can color it, practice the colors digital first. How do you layer dark to light or light to dark? I've been trying to practice making my canvas pop out more. It really varies. With acrylic gouache, you can go either way. So I kind of, it just depends on the specific painting and the specific application. But what I will say is I like to layer from going from dilute paint to more opaque paint. That's something that I consistently do. Like I like to typically start with more dilute paint, and then as I'm going along, build up the opacity slowly. One of my favorite artists, love you, Black Man. Thank you, I appreciate that. Appreciate it. I think it's gonna be nice again tomorrow. At least up here, it's gonna be in the 70s again, almost 75. It's probably gonna be one of the last few 70 days of the year, especially for it being November already. And I'm definitely a warm weather person. Like I always get kind of cold easy, but I don't need the second jacket today. I'm like painting off of the camera. Amazing, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yo, it's been, hey, what's up? How's it going? Think of the Matrix, think of John Wick. Yeah, this is the Matrix. I haven't, yeah, these are all my references that I use to kind of make the drawing. But yeah, it's from the Matrix. It's from the Matrix. God bless you, brother. I love your work. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this background in. Use it to carve out like the shapes. Let's see what this gun looks like. How do you find your style? I've been dabbling in every art category, but I'm not exactly sure what my style is. That's a good thing to do. Just keep dabbling, and whatever you kind of gravitate towards, pursue that. Like whatever you naturally like, just pursue that at first, and then you can always do other things, but that's a good indication of what your natural like tendencies are. And then from there you can kind of just keep experimenting, and basically it takes a lot of experimentation, and whatever you kind of like, that becomes your style over time. But it's like a personal kind of journey that you have to go through. But it's a mixture of stuff you like to look at versus the stuff you like to do. Because it's like, just because you might like looking at something, you might not necessarily want to actually create it yourself. But you can only know it if you actually try it yourself to begin with. Yes, I've been waiting for another live. Glad you're back. Yeah, I'm picking up from yesterday. I started the first half of this. I did yesterday's stream, and I just figured I'd hop on and finish it up, or maybe finish. I don't know if I'll finish it today. We'll see. Me too. I'm all over the place. I love gouache though. Yeah, same. I love gouache, and I'm all over the place. Like, I'll go through phases. Like, sometimes I'll be like in a mood to do watercolor or gouache or digital. Gouache is one of the ones that kind of sticks around the longest though. But I do jump around a lot, which is a good thing. Same. I've been self-learning digital. Yeah. What program do you use? For digital, I like either, if it's the iPad, I like Procreate, or if it's computer, I like Clip Studio. Who is my favorite artist? Who is my favorite artist? One of my favorite artists, I always kind of say Andrew Hem. I like his style a lot. I love the technique you use. Thank you. Yeah, Andrew Ham is probably a favorite artist here on Instagram, at least. Somebody told me just to try Unity out. I wanted to try Adobe as well, but I'm not sure it's worth it. Yeah, Adobe's expensive. That subscription fee it's like a monthly fee, and it adds up a lot, especially if you're kind of just using it for fun. You might want to explore like cheaper options at first, which is kind of annoying. I like Sketchbook and Sketch apps. Your lighting on this is amazing. Thank you. He looks BBG with the gun. What's BBG? What's BBG mean? What's your least favorite medium to create art with? I'd say charcoal. I've been trying to get into it lately. But I don't like it that much. I gotta just stick with it long enough to kind of see some progress. But yeah, charcoal that's probably my answer for that. Is it camera? I think the mic might be too loud. Turn it down a little bit. Let me know if it's like really loud. He looks like BBG with the guy. Yeah, I don't know what BBG is. It's like the internet is so many acronyms now. Oh, okay. Nice. It's hard to keep up with all the acronyms. Try wax charcoal, the one that blends really good. I'll find the name for you. Okay, yeah, I have to try that out. I don't want to lose track of my sketch lines once I start putting this dark color on top of everything. Yeah, charcoal is probably my least favorite. Colored pencils, in terms of like creating like a whole piece with just colored pencils, because it just takes so long to build up the textures and stuff. Basically, I'm kind of impatient, so I like mediums where I can cover like a lot of ground quickly. So like painting is nice because like you can cover a large area with just like one brush stroke. So that's nice. And even drawing like with pen or pencil, I prefer to just draw it and keep like the rendering to like very light shading, like nothing too crazy, because the hatching takes too long. Trying to figure out the lighting. Just have a bunch of guns. Is this gouache? Yeah, it's gouache. Or acrylic gouache. Slightly different from normal gouache. Wait, how so? I didn't know there were different types. Yeah, the difference is the binder that's used. Acrylic gouache, the binder is acrylic versus regular gouache. The binder is a water soluble. It's water soluble. It's called gum Arabic. It's the same thing that is used in watercolor. And that means that it lets you. It react once it dries. You can add more water and it will reactivate. But with acrylic gouache, once it dries and you add more water, it doesn't reactivate. So that's like the main difference between the two. Yeah, but they're both. You can use. I pretty much use them the same way, except I just use acrylic gouache when I feel like layering more, and I'll use regular gouache when I feel like blending more. It's kind of its strength. But in terms of like the same thought processes and color picking and stuff, I kind of have the same process with both mediums. Oh, this is good stuff. I'm writing this down. Nice. That already looks so cool. Keep it up. Thank you. Favorite medium? I would say gouache, acrylic gouache, or watercolor. Loving this watercolor. Thank you. Could you please show the ruler again with the groove? Yeah, this is it. It's from I got it from AliExpress. Maybe I can see if I can. I'll see if I can find a link for you. But yeah, it's I think it's called like a groove ruler. And yeah, if AliExpress is like I think it's a Chinese store. Like it's from, yeah, here it is. Yeah, I found it. I'll pull it up on the screen and then you can take a screenshot. It's only 99 cents though. When I bought it was yeah. Let's see. I can pull this window up for you. Where is my Chrome window? Yeah, here it is. Let's see if it's. I don't know if you can see that, but it's called a. Let's see. Oh, groove ruler boundary. Boundary ruler, I don't know. But yeah, it comes with like this metal rod, and you put like your you hold it comes with like this rod, and you hold the rod and your paintbrush in your hand at the same time, and that allows you to get straight lines. It's pretty cool. But yeah, that's the ruler. Let me know if you have a chance to get like a screenshot of this. And I'll probably take it away in a second. Do I use oil paints? No, but I want it to be. It's on my to-do list before the end of the year, I want to at least get some oil paints and try something with it. But yeah, I'm gonna take this away. But yeah, it's a cool tool because it's like let you be able to get straight lines with a paintbrush. I saw a painter. I saw somebody on Instagram use it, and after doing like trying to figure out what it was, because it wasn't like trying to kind of do some detective work, I found it on like that AliExpress website. But yeah, you see how you can get like straight lines. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. Oil paints are so fun. Blending out colors over days at a time is satisfying. Yeah, I have to try it. Most of the mediums I use dry quickly so that I can quickly go to like the next layer. Mix colors by like layer on top of each other, so it'll be like a different painting, a different thinking process using oils that I'm excited to try out. Do you have any tips on how to sell art? I've been creating a portfolio of my arts, but I'm not sure when to start selling. It's not really a specific time to start selling. It's just when you feel like you have enough, just put something out there, and if there's demand for it, then it will sell. And if not, then it could be either a marketing issue where people just don't know you exist. It could be a skill issue, meaning maybe you just need to work on skills in order to be more marketable. But even then, it's still like, it's probably more of a just people finding you issue, because everybody likes different things. So and people, like, you don't need social media for people to find you. Like, if you have any local art markets or stuff like that, like, you can table at like local art fairs and stuff just to get your foot in the door, to see what it's like, to see what people gravitate to in person. Or if you want to go the social media route, you can try that too. It's unpredictable these days, but it can help. I don't know. I guess it can't hurt to have like people know about you. But yeah, as far as this, like, the best way to get information is just to try things, and then you'll get like real world like feedback. If there's no response, that's feedback, and if there is response, there's feedback as well. Yeah, I don't know if that. So I'm sorry, I just popped in. I'm a gouache beginner and struggling with blending. Any tips? Blending with gouache, you have to build the paint up enough to a certain. You have to build up the opacity enough to a certain point where you're able to start blending. So like when I come from like a watercolor background before I did gouache. So my tendency was to use like the paint very dilute. And it took me a while to figure out how much paint to use in order to, one, get opacity, and two, have enough paint on the paper that I can start blending. And that's one of the reasons where I first started using like the underpainting, specifically like weird colors like blues and greens, in addition to complementing the skin tones, having like a weird color down that's not directly observed in your reference makes it obvious. Not obvious, but it helps you be able to gauge how thick you need to mix the paint to be able to cover that up. And when you're able to cover up that base layer, then you're able to know that you have enough paint on the page where you're able to start blending a little bit more, if that makes sense. So I would say experiment with trying base layers to help you to get used to knowing how much paint to mix, how much paint to apply on your paper in order to be able to blend. Because if it's too thin, then it doesn't blend quite as nicely. How long has this taken so far? I streamed yesterday it was like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and then today it started about a half hour ago. So it's been like 3 hours. That's just painting though. Like this digital mock-up that I did for the colors, I don't know, that was maybe an hour or so, maybe longer. I had to see my iPad to see how long that took, and then the drawing itself, I didn't really keep track of how long that was taking. Yeah, with any kind of, when it comes to my art that's not just like a photo study, it takes much longer, or at least it's not quite as straightforward to know the amount of time it takes. With a photo study, I just, I know exactly how long it takes because I usually record it, so I can see how long that takes. And those are usually like around an hour and a half to 3 hours, depending on the complexity. But something like this is going to take a bit longer. How do you know what color, underbase color to use? I have a color chart, but it's based off colors on top. Yeah. You have a color chart. Is it based on colors on top? Yeah, basically, my default, it's not what I use all the time, but it's kind of my default is to pick complementary colors. So complementary colors. I need to make a frequently asked question tab on like my website or something that I can refer people to, because I answer this question a lot. But yeah, my main thing is just that's complementary colors is my kind of default thing to do. And then the other thing I do is just experiment, try different things out. Maybe throw like a weird purple or something in there. But yeah, I like blues. That's kind of like my default go-to. What's your color chart? Is it like the complementary color wheel? Is that the color chart you have? Oh, hey, how's it going? Purple always makes things look so nice. Yeah, purple's a nice one. Purple looks nice, especially on under darker skin tones. It looks pretty nice. And it complements yellow, so if you see like a lot of yellow tones in the skin tone, purple might be nice for that, because it's complementary to it. You just gotta, depending on what medium you use, you gotta use it pretty sparingly. Yeah, purple shadow. And blue too. Yep. Basically cool colors. Yeah, I have I think this color wheel. Oh, I don't know where I put it. But yeah, the color wheel, that's the same one I have too. I find it. I think I took it with me for a workshop and never put it back in the spot that I usually keep it. But that's pretty useful. All the other relationships, like the split complementary and stuff like that, I kind of sometimes use them, but it's not. The main ones that I kind of commit to memory is just like the complementary relationships, complementary pairs. How often do you create drawings? You say I try to draw something every day, even if it's like just a couple minutes, like a doodle or something. I didn't take the time to figure out the hand drawing, like the hand shading and the reference, so I'm gonna have to try to figure it out right now. Do you have any tips to use gouache better? Yeah. Using base layers can be helpful to help you gauge how thick to mix, to help you gauge the opacity of your paint mixtures you're putting down. Working in layers from going from dilute to opaque is nice, because it allows you to slowly build up the colors without fully, like when you put dilute paint on a page with regular gouache, it's less likely to redisturb when you try to layer on top of it than if you have like a thick paint mixture on a page. So starting with thin paint and building up the opacity is a nice workaround for that. For gouache, I like flat brushes because it lets me get nice, clean, like blocks of color. But that's just a personal preference. It's not. I wouldn't call it a tip. Maybe it's worth trying out, but. I think his right ear is a little high up. His right ear on his right side, or the ear on the right of the painting. And this one or this one. The one in the shadows. Yeah, I can. Maybe. Hey, too late now. It is what it is. I mean, I could fix it, I guess. But I say I just leave it. It's not really quite defined yet, so it's at this point it's probably still a pretty easy fix, because I still have to paint like this part of the background so I can use the background to carve it out. So we'll see. I've been thinking of trying gouache. Do you think it's closer to acrylic or watercolor? It's like a hybrid of both. If you dilute it down, it behaves like watercolor, and if you use it more concentrated, it behaves like acrylic. So it's a nice like hybrid kind of medium that gives you like the best of both worlds. Let me see if I can try to carve into that ear shape. Let's see. That's not quite right. It's a little too high up. It looks fine to me. His head is tilted, but still looks good. It still looks great. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, this was one of the reference. This is the head position. I use this for the head position. And yeah, it is hot, like some of the hair is covering the top of the ear. The bottom of the eye lines up with the bottom of the earlobe is below the bottom of the eye, and yeah, his eye is kind of right there, so maybe it will be here. So it is slightly off. I'm just cover it up with the sunglasses. Little cheats and tricks you can do. I'll just have the sunglasses cover it up, and then not have to worry about it. Well, now because it will still be showing through. Because I have it in a painting, I kind of did it where it's like you can see that it's translucent a little bit, where it's not overlapping his face. Oops, I did not mean to put that there. The one thing about gouache that's tricky is trying to rematch a color that you mixed before, because the colors, it changes going from wet to dry, so it's kind of a challenge. Like I mixed this background color yesterday. But now the paint I'm putting down is a little bit too light, but actually I kind of made it like fade as it went towards the bottom in my mock-up image, so I can put this down for now. And if I want it darker, I'll just layer it. Maybe that's a little better for the ear. Let's see. need to darken the jacket, make it a bit more black so it stands out from the background more. Green. I don't know where my green is. I should have bought some more green. I went to the art store today. They had a sale, 20% off the paints. I picked up a few, but I didn't realize I was out of green. I have some in my backpack though. Travel stash. Yeah, I keep a travel like a stash of paint in my backpack for when I'm painting outside. So this is my last tube of green. I'm gonna have to get some more. I didn't know I should have checked. I could have bought some when I was at the art store today. But it's all good. I think that's Portuguese, which I don't speak. Yeah, sorry. I think it's cool, like when people are like bilingual and like know a bunch of languages. Definitely should invest more time in learning more languages. Do you have any tips on how to film reels with your phone? I usually just film time-lapse videos, so I'll have my phone. My phone is just attached. Let's see if my phone is just attached. So I have this thing. It's a C stand. Basically, it's this big C stand that goes overhead of my desk, and then from there I have my phone basically clamped up there, clamped to the C stand. That's how you get the overhead view. I like having like a direct overhead view. So, and then I just film the time lapse. But for like reels with cuts and stuff, if you wanted to have like do that style of reel, yeah, I kind of did that. I do that style of reel when I like do a plein air painting, because while I'm painting outside, I don't want to have my camera. I don't have a way to mount my camera, so I like hold it for a couple seconds every once in a while and take like a 10 to 20 second video every so often, every couple minutes, and then stitch it all together. But reels for me don't really do that well. I typically just use the regular post, but have video and then a photo in the second slide. But reels, I haven't really, reels don't, from me at least, don't really do that well. Unless it's like a sketchbook tour or something like that. And I'm not, I'm not gonna be making like relatable reels or like meme reels and dancing reels. Like that's not really my thing. So, or like hopping on trends and using trendy audio and stuff. So I don't know if that's what makes reels work a little bit better, but I'm not really willing to do any of those things. So I just stick with regular posts with the time lapse as the first slide, and then the finished image as like the second slide. That's so cool. Thank you. Who am I drawing? Yeah, it's I'm doing like some Matrix fan art. Trying to, yeah. Basically, I have a bunch of references and made this digital mock-up, and now I'm just painting it. Not using any one particular. The one I use this one for the angle of the head, and then I like the lighting on this one. That's Keanu Reeves from Neo from the Matrix. This is super entertaining to watch. Hopefully I run into these more. Thank you. His voice trembles my ears, satisfying. Yeah, I'm used to it now, but when I first started streaming, I hated the sound of my voice, like hearing how it sounds like on the phone or like recorded and stuff. But the more you do it, I'm used to it now, so it's like it doesn't bother me as much. But when I was first starting, I was like, would cringe listening back to it. But apparently people have been saying they like it, so I don't know, maybe it's like, I don't know what it is. I feel like that's a common thing. People don't like how they sound on the phone or record it. I might use some pure black today. Typically, I want the shirt to be a bit darker. If I use black, I'll mix it with something. I typically don't just use straight black. One, because it doesn't really get quite opaque enough by itself. Oh, it's actually not showing. And this dark color I'm putting down is drying a lot lighter than I was anticipating. Do you like to work with straight acrylics? I haven't used just regular acrylic before. At least not for like a full piece. If I use like acrylic, I typically use it to decorate the inside cover of my sketchbooks, but I haven't used it for like a actual piece yet. The thing I like acrylic gouache because it dries to like a matte finish, so it looks like gouache, and I like that matte look better than, because acrylic can kind of have like a plasticky look to it, which I don't really enjoy that much. Jesus, is it me or Your curls got extra fluffy this time. Yeah, it depends. It really depends. Like yesterday, I had washed my hair, so they were pretty good, and it was good this morning. But I rode my scooter. I have like a helmet that I wear whenever I ride. Like I just got a new. I got like a new like seated scooter that goes pretty fast. But yeah, so I wear a helmet with it, and whenever I put the helmet, it messes it up. But it's just, you know, it's it varies depending on when you catch me. Hey, I just want to love your art, homeboy. It makes me want to start doing paintings. Nice. Yeah. If you have something to work on, definitely paint along. It'd be like a painting and hanging out type of session. How many hours on average do you spend on each drawing? It depends on what kind of drawing it is. If it's just a photo study from a reference that I'm just interpreting in my own style, that's usually anywhere from an hour to 3 hours. If it's something where I'm like planning more and involved, then it could be a lot longer. Just depends. I agree. I like the matte finish. Yeah, it just, I don't know. I just think it looks better. But I think with regular acrylic, you can use like some kind of matte medium if you wanted to give it a matte look. But I haven't actually tried it myself. But I've heard that's an option. Regular acrylic, you can do probably bigger pieces with it. This acrylic gouache, you can do bigger pieces, but it's just, it dries really quickly, and the tubes you get aren't really that big. Like the tubes are kind of this size. In black and white come in like the bigger size, but that's about it. Whereas acrylic, you can get like the big jars of it. So it's a little, if you wanted to work bigger, that's probably the way to go. I literally just rewatched Matrix yesterday. Nice. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while. I might watch it again. Whenever I watch it, I end up watching the whole trilogy, and I don't mention it. I don't consider the fourth one. The fourth one never happened. What would you call your art style? Basically like sculpting with blocks of color, I would say. Maybe that's like pretentious. Hey, caught the end of a stream. Nice. Yeah, what time? Yeah, I've been going for about an hour now, so it's like kind of midway through. When I stream, I typically stream for like maybe 2 hours, 2-3 hours. So you're either halfway through or about a third of the way through. And I still have plenty to go. I'm still trying to think of what I'm gonna do with the rest of the background. The jacket, yeah, it still needs a lot of work, but your art is amazing, may I ask? Your art is amazing, may I ask, please? Is art what you do for a job or just because you love it? This isn't specifically for a job, but yeah, I do like freelance, basically freelance art. either personal commissions, client work, online classes. I've been doing in-person workshops now. Trying to get into that a little bit more. But this is just for fun. Yeah, the fourth never happened for sure. Yeah, it was bad. They could have kept that. I was excited too. I was excited for it, but yeah, nah. Definitely never watched it again. Looks amazing. What's that green mix of Viridian and white? Yeah, it's the green mix in what the background is with the yeah, it's Viridian. Well, it's close to Viridian. It's this color called Phthalo Green, which is pretty similar to Viridian. Maybe it's a tiny bit darker. Yeah, Viridian's a tiny bit darker. I mean, this Phthalo Green's a tiny bit darker than Viridian, but have you tried painting John Wick? No, I haven't painted John Wick, but it would be cool. Basically, just older Neo with long hair. Yes, behind the hand. Oh, okay, it looks fantastic. Thank you. Yeah. It's just Viridian and white. Maybe it has a little bit of cobalt in it, but like just a hint. What can I do? I haven't really did anything to the hand yet. I've been putting it off because I haven't figured out the lighting. In the sketch, in the mock-up, I kind of skipped the hand. I did like a few strokes, but didn't actually stop to think about the lighting. Like most of that, I was thinking of the lighting mostly on the face, where like you have two light sources coming from this side and this side. But I didn't think of the lighting on the hand or how it would fall on the gun. Having it figured out ahead of time, it has been making painting it a little easy, but not easy, but like easier, I guess. A half John Wick, half Neo would be interesting. That would be kind of cool. Cause it's like it's the same actor, but like much older, and two pretty like iconic roles for him. Do you varnish your gouache paintings that are in your sketchbooks? If so, what do you use to varnish your painting? I do not typically varnish them, but I did buy this like cold wax varnish medium. It's called I was trying to get the Dorland's wax medium, but when I went to buy it, they didn't have it in stock. But I got one from where is it? Yeah, I got this Gambling. It's like a cold wax medium. kind of varnish. I only used it once though. And I just used it on like a little scrap throwaway. I didn't use it on a finished piece. So I'll have to report back later how it goes for like a finished piece. But I've seen people use that wax medium to varnish their gouache paintings. With the acrylic gouache, I don't bother because it doesn't. Regular gouache to protect the next page, I'll just put like a piece of parchment paper, and that kind of protects the next page. But yeah, I didn't really varnish it. You gotta add red polish on his hand to balance out his coolness. Like nail polish? Yeah, maybe. Looks like he's not wearing any nail polish. But we can do some artistic license. Artistic freedom. Yeah, liberties, artistic liberties. What is this playlist called? It's called Chill Hop. Chill Hop. It's nice because they typically don't bother you about copyright. Like streaming, if you just play copyrighted music, you can get reported. Like you can get copyright struck. Get your stream taken down, especially on Instagram. YouTube will let the stream stay up, but it will just monetize like your if it was monetized, it would go to the original copyright holder. I love how you block out your colors. Did you find it easier to do that way, or did that come from the medium you're working with, like broad brushes? Yeah, it came from broad, like using flat brushes. That just kind of naturally lends itself to painting that way, and I liked how it looked, so I kind of just left the square blockiness in because I enjoyed how it looked. But I like applying the paint this way because it gives you like a nice even, like a nice even wash of color. Try and get the skin tone. Just try and get some. See what the skin tone looks like in shadow. Your hair, thank you. Thank you. This is awesome. Very talented. Thank you. Are you using OBS for stream? Yeah, Streamlabs. I'm using Streamlabs. It's the same thing, just like a different skin, basically. But it's very similar to OBS, where you can have different sources for your different inputs. Like I have this little banner scrolling across the bottom, my reference window, my palette camera, and then the two main cameras. Are you using right there? I don't know if I'm messing the skin up or not. Trying to bring a little bit of life into it because the green is cool, but if it's too much of it in there, it makes it kind of look like dead a little bit. Wow, your art looks delicious. Thank you. Analogic. What's analogic? I gotta get some some cool colors. I'm starting to add a little bit too much. Hey, what's up? What's up? How's it going? Yeah, at this point, I'm just throwing stuff down, seeing how it looks, and then I'll just adjust. But yeah, I'm just kind of all these color choices. I'm kind of weighing it right now. Hopefully, I find something that works, and then I can keep what I like and discard what I don't like. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I like this song. Oh, what's the name of the song? It's called "You Bring Me Life." Is that? Can you read that? Is that, or is it too small? I can make it a little bigger. The little Spotify window. Let's see. I can make it a little bigger. Let's see if that's readable. Can you guys see that? Very. Oh, I see. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I can't tell if. I can't tell if it's too big or small. Yeah, this is drying a lot lighter, but we'll see. It's drying a bit lighter than I had anticipated. Miss the artist of the "You Bring Me Life" joint. It was called. Oh, here it is, right here. It's the first one in the playlist. Yeah, it was "You Bring Me Life" by Psalm Trees and Alexander. Nice. And the hand, yeah. I'm procrastinating on the hand. I've been every time I go to it, I jump right back to the face. I'm gonna get to it though. I'm gonna get to it. I'm thinking about it. While I'm doing this, I'm thinking about the hand, like how I'm gonna render it. In the planning process, I didn't take the time to figure out the lighting on the hand, so I'm gonna have to figure it out now. But in the meantime, I was just adding more colors to the face to be able to maybe use some of the colors in the face on the hand. Or maybe that's just an excuse I'm telling myself so that I don't have to paint the hand yet. All right, let me stop procrastinating on this hand. Do you have any tips on gouache consistency? Yeah, tips on gouache consistency. Gouache consistency tips. When you want the paint to be opaque, if you mix it, so like there's different I'm trying to get my thoughts together. So when you want it to be opaque, you can have a consistency. This consistency, you can think of it as yogurt, kind of like a yogurt type of consistency. When it's like opaque, you can think of it as like, basically, I'm jumping between like having it like a yogurt consistency, like a milk consistency, a heavy cream consistency. But basically, the most opaque you can get is, well, straight out of the tube. But the most opaque and spreadable you can get is by adding just a little bit of water. Do you have I like your draw, bro. Thank you. And the hand, yeah. Every time I go to every time I go to work on the hand, I go back to the face. But I'm gonna put something down on the hand, so at least I can say I did something. So controlling gouache consistency, that's all about controlling the amount of water in the mixture and in your brush. I also have a spray bottle that I use to keep the palette wet. But yeah, basically that's something you'll get the feel for it. But I would say when you want the most opaque, you look for like a basic, like I was saying before, kind of like almost like a yogurt like texture. But I wouldn't start off like jumping straight to like yogurt. I like to build it up starting from like milk and then butter and then yogurt. I don't know if this makes sense. You have something Amazon Groove roller boundary, please. I couldn't find it on Amazon. That's why I had to resort to AliExpress. Maybe it's maybe you can search for it on Amazon. But yeah, I couldn't find it when I was looking for it. I couldn't find it on Amazon. So yeah, I got it off of AliExpress. I never bought anything from there either, but I didn't have any issues. It's just the shipping took long. It wasn't like, Amazon, you get your shipping in like 2 days or overnight, but that took like a couple weeks for it to come. Let me know if that answered the gouache consistency question, or if you want further elaboration. I think gonna have the top of the knuckles like, so since this highlight on his face is like really strong, I might have it like really have the highlights really strong there, because they're kind of facing the light source, which is kind of like a window coming from above. I don't know, I'll put it down, see what it looks like. If I don't like it, I'll just cover it up. Maybe I'll just have it kind of, I don't know, something like that. Or maybe something like this. That might be too much. I have to see what it looks like when it dries. We'll see. Really good Walter White drawing. I drew Walter White. This looks like Walter White. That means it's not a very good Neo from the Matrix likeness. And there I go. Jumping back to the face again. I said I was gonna work on the hand. I gotta force myself to keep working on the hand. I hate to miss this, but I need to say goodnight. Thanks for streaming and for awesome tips. Love your work. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, I mean, I'll save it. It will be saved. I'll save it for. Sometimes Instagram takes the stream down because of the music, but it will definitely be saved on YouTube if you wanted to watch it later. But thank you. And have a good night. Yeah, this is just that Viridian and white mixture again for the background color. Well, phthalo green, rather. Makes a nice pale green color for some brightness. Just stop by to say you're dope, bro. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. What time is it? 11? 11:16? It starts to make the light. Putting the background in makes the lighting on the face start to make a little bit of sense. Maybe. I don't know. Or at least hopefully, I hope that's the case. It's crazy how that one part you're doing in the background made a huge difference. Yeah, I think having the white, it makes it make this bright light on the side of his face more believable by having it there, is my guess. Cause yeah, before it was like, where's that bright light on the side of his face coming from? But now it kind of gives it some context. Yeah, it's like when you're kind of building an image, it's like little things like that, trying to solve like little issues and trying to come up with solutions. You look so handsome. Thank you. Thank you. I like look back at the videos after, like look at the replays. I see myself like making faces as sometimes I make like, I don't know, it's my thinking face, I guess. Are you struggling to pronounce my name, huh? What's your name? Kuzali? Is that how you say it? Kuzili? I'm gonna have it overlap the gun a little bit. I think that might look kind of cool. Can't tell if these are lined up. Yeah, it can come down a little bit lower. No, that's not how you pronounce it. Oh, sorry. I'm not a good name pronouncer. I'm not a good name rememberer either. Like, I forget people's name. Like, somebody will tell me their name and, like, I'll instantly, like, forget it. It's bad. But I'll remember, like, a random fact about a person. I'll remember, like, where they're from or whatever they say they have going on. But for some reason, if it's, like, names are harder to remember. I remember when before I went to grad school, like, during all, like, the recruitment weeks and stuff, when people would introduce their names, I'll always remember, like, where they're from and, like, what school they go to. But the name, I'll just not remember it. Try to give the illusion of, like, windows in the background. Just having some, like, light rectangular shapes. Have you ever painted anime characters? Yeah, I painted anime characters. I usually paint, like, characters from, like, Naruto and stuff. I like how it comes out in my, like, blocky style. Might do some more. I think it would look cool in your style. Thank you. Yeah, I have, let's see, I have a couple I can, yeah, I have a few. See if I can find them. Yeah, I got a couple. Yeah, this is the latest one I did. This one was fun. This was earlier this year. I like the hand effect, like the lightning and stuff. I gotta do some more of that. This one was actually real fun. This was old. If I was to do this again, I'll probably redo a lot of things. But at the time, I liked it. I think I still like some parts of it, but you're looking great. Thank you, dude. Sick. Wow. Thank you. I gotta do some more. Finished watching Jujutsu Kaisen, which is actually a pretty cool show. Maybe some characters from that. You just keep getting better. I love your work and style. Thank you. I like your username. Watercolor homie. That's cool. I like that username. That's a username I can remember. Thanks for showing us. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Oh, that white on the fingers, actually, I like it. I wasn't sure about it earlier, but I actually kind of like it. It makes it like it's the light from the background is bouncing off of it. Okay, it kind of makes sense in context. Before I was kind of on the fence about it. Getting kind of late. Might have to wrap this up soon. What's it been? Almost 2 hours. Yeah, that's a good. I'll go for like 15 more minutes and then call it. Only thing, this side is much greener than the paint on this side. I have to see what it looks like once it dries, but yeah, it's a little bit different. It's not bad. That's pretty good progress. Oh. Probably need one more session to finish it. But it'll be like just tiny details. I don't know if I'll stream it. I might just... Oh. Still have to finish the gun, the background, figure out what's going on with the face. Yeah, so it's still kind of a lot to do. I'm getting tired. Yep. That boy yawning. Yeah, I'm getting tired. I have to take a nap soon. And by nap I mean just going to sleep. Will this be on YouTube? I missed the very beginning. I would love to watch how the process began. Yeah, it's on you. It's on YouTube. I streamed yesterday. Was the first half of it. That's already up. The replay of that's on YouTube. And it actually is posted on my page for the time being. So if you wanted to see the very beginning, but yeah, this will be up. This will be up there too. Both of them. It's hard to fit the whole thing in the Instagram window because it's like a wide. I like painting horizontal paintings, but they're not the friendliest for Instagram. Instagram likes vertical stuff, but that doesn't stop me. I don't know. I like the horizontal compositions a little bit better. But yeah, I'm getting kind of tired, and probably start making bad decisions. So I might just call it here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Made pretty good progress. One more session will probably be all it would take to finish this off. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you guys get some rest too. Have a good night. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Thanks.